Still depressed. But what I want to accomplish here is that I don't want to just wallow in it. I think that's the point of this podcast, is to figure out a way out of it. Through comedy! That felt horrible. And I literally injured a part of my neck saying it that way. The big thing I'm focusing on is trying not to be angry at others and focus on being angry at myself. I feel like that's a lot more constructive. Or maybe the word is destructive. I guess the challenge here is not to be angry at anyone. But why do I feel this way? Well, being angry it doesn't fix anything. It doesn't solve anything. It feels fantastic, but it doesn't really solve problems. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to stop solving problems. Maybe I just need to make things worse. Because if that's the case, I have the emotional equipment to do that. Man, I can turn a brush fire into a blaze with my neuroses. So maybe maybe I just have the wrong goals. I'm at a loss for words, which could be a good thing for a podcast. More podcasts could use a loss for words. And probably the other issue is I'm not recording this on A+ equipment. So I'll get that note. Oh, the audio's you should use better audio. Now you can make a little studio in your apartment, make a little podcasting studio, and have good audio. And add some music, maybe edit in some tracks of Led Zeppelin. How about open with Led Zeppelin, then close with Led Zeppelin? No, open with Led Zeppelin and then close with Boyzlin. Ooh, that fits your milieu. I don't know who I'm doing an impression of there, but moving forward, the thing about depression that bothers me more than anything right now is that I still feel like the only way to feel better is for someone else to give me praise. And I hate that because I want to stop relying on approval. And I don't want my happiness to be dependent upon how popular I think I am or how good I think I am. I want it to be totally detached from that. And so what I'll do is somebody read one of my books and said, "Hey, I liked your book. I thought it was funny. I was laughing the whole way through." And I was like, "Oh, good. It was really nice to hear that." And I started to feel better. And then I said, "No, stop it. Stop feeling better. Stop it. You stop it right now. No. No. If anyone's going to make myself feel better, it's only me. And I'm nowhere near there right now. So you stay in the mud. You stay in the mud, sir. You stay in the mud." And I did, and I feel good about that. Well, I feel bad about that, but that's the point. I guess what I'm going for here is high-level enlightenment. Well, there's probably I don't think there are levels of enlightenment. It's just enlightenment. Not low-level, mid-level. It's not like a Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball where at each new level the hair changes color. Now I think their hair is pink. That's how powerful they are. That's incredibly powerful right there. Next level is probably multiple colors. Pink with a streak of orange. Next level after that, total orange. So there you go. Donald Trump, super duper Saiyan. He can do a Kamehameha. All through Twitter. Punchline. I'm recording this while in the parking lot near where I work. It is a nearly empty parking lot right now. I don't know why I'm describing this. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I always thought it'd be cool to see a scene in Transformers with the cars in the parking lot, just talking. Just taking a moment, taking a breath from from the battle, because they never show that in any of the Transformers movies. What the Transformers are doing when there's not a battle, because there's a lot of off time. You know, did they just go for a drive in the mountains just to take in the scenery? Are they just in traffic? I mean, is that enjoyable for them? No, I just like to drive sometimes. You know, when I'm not fighting, just drive, take in the view, take in the city. I like to people watch. That's what I love to do. I love people watching as a Transformer. And then, this is a guilty pleasure of mine, but what I like to do sometimes is I like to change into a Buick. I know, isn't that horrible? Change into a Buick and hang out at old folks' homes and just watch the old couples just be at peace with their lives. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. What can I say? Again, that's the same Transformer who earlier gave me advice on how to podcast. I don't think he doesn't have a badass Transformer name, this particular Transformer. I think his name is Ned the Transformer. His vehicle mode is a Mazda. Good, I've managed to take depression and segue into Transformers, though one would argue that is not a segue. But yeah, I think that's the key, is how do I find... I've got to find the humor in the depression, got to find the funny. Got to find the laughs, got to find the humor, got to make it palatable. And and then I feel bad too, because I don't even know if this is clinical depression. This could just be, maybe this isn't clinical depression. This just could be 36. In which case, clinical depression could be what, instead of diagnosing someone with clinical depression, you diagnose them as being 36, even if they're 12. No, you're 36. That's the problem right now. You have all the classic symptoms of 36. You think you're a failure, probably because you are. You are not where you want to be in life. You are not with the person that you want to be with, or you're not with anybody at all. All of your grand plans in college have gone down the hill. Yeah, you're 36. That's the diagnosis. We're going to give you some artificial 18-year-old blood. That's the treatment. And for about 48 hours, you're going to think you're invincible. And you're going to eat too much and drink too much. And you're going to go to midnight screenings of movies because you've been waiting for a long time to see them. And it doesn't matter that the crowd is annoying around you. That's our prescription.